If you're someone that watches YouTube or browses social media, you probably have seen this individual right here, Pikami. I know I have. I have seen this person pop up in YouTube Shorts. I've seen clips of her on YouTube appear in my feed. I've seen her on Twitter. I have seen this individual for a while now appear, and I've seen a lot of funny content from her. And my overall general impressions of her as a person, from what I have seen, she's a very kind-hearted and sweet individual that enjoys what she's doing and wants to bring joy, laugh, and smiles to everyone that watches her content. That's at least what I get from her when I first watched her stuff. Now, I am not someone that has actively watched Pikamee's content. I'm not someone that tuned in for every video, every stream. I'm not gonna act like I have. But I do know enough, and I have dived into the situation at hand that's happened, that I want to talk about it and kind of throw out the information that is currently out there, and make sure everybody kind of understands the current situation. So, first things first, what's going on? Pikamee made this video that came out yesterday about saying she's graduating. And if you have no idea what this necessarily means to, let's say, the VTuber community, it basically means that she is done. She's leaving VTubing, so to speak. She's done with this, group she's been working with, and she's moving on, so to speak. Basically, she's retiring as what she's currently doing as a VTuber. That's my general understanding of the situation. And so obviously the reaction to that, regardless of any other context, would probably be a little bit sad. Because if there is someone you watch, regardless of how long they've been around, and they have brought joy to your life, and you've been watching their content off and on here and there, seeing them gone would probably be sad. It would be very sad to see a content creator you enjoy just leave. It's kind of like, PewDiePie. I mean, I know maybe some of you might not care for him or watch his content, but I remember watching his content back in 2012, 2013, and I enjoyed his Let's Play videos and stuff. And one day when PewDiePie eventually probably leaves the platform, I think there's going to be many people that are going to look back and be like, man, it's sad to see someone like PewDiePie being done with the YouTube platform. What I'm trying to say is like, when you see a content creator kind of saying they're done, it's sad. But on the other side, you want to wish them the best. You're like, it's sad you're leaving, but I hope whatever endeavor you get into next, I hope that it is great for you. Happiness, joy, and the next step of your journey in life is just a treat for you. That is definitely something I think many are wishing her if they really are her community and fans. And so I think that is one way to look at this overall situation, is that, let's praise her and wish her the best on her next step in her journey. But let's get into the actual content of what's been going on, and probably some events that led up to this entire situation of why she's graduating. So, if you have not heard, basically, she has been under a lot. Like, this individual right here, she was going on break for a while. And my general understanding is she took a break because of some form of health issue or spine, something like that. I don't know the full details, but she took a break for a while. And upon her return, she made an announcement before she was going to return and start making streams and stuff that she would stream Hogwarts Legacy. And I think, once again, if you have been browsing the online space, you can watch many different content creators. You probably have heard about Hogwarts. It's a pretty popular game. It's really selling well right now. And the thing is that obviously she was excited for the game. She wanted to stream the game, play it, as her first official stream coming back from, whatever happened in her life. And she never, to quote, got to stream the game. She never played the game, she never streamed it, at least publicly. And the reason for this is because she got basically harassed. She got heavily harassed in, the chat for her stream, everything about it. It was so bad. Basically, she didn't even stream it. And she went radio silent for an entire month. For a full month, she no longer posted anything on social media. She no longer streamed, just complete and utter radio silence. And the first time we hear from her after over a month since then is this video that came out. Just being sad about the situation of her graduating, and people want to put A and B together and assume, thanks to the harassment, is why this is happening in the first place. Why she is basically retiring from being a VTuber. So let's give a little bit more background info from what I can dig up about, Pikamee and who she is as an individual. as I already said, my general impressions of her, she's a very kind-hearted, sweet person. Like, she really obviously cares about what she does. She loves what she's working on, or what she has worked on. She enjoyed it. And the thing about it is that from what I could find out, she was bullied, apparently. Like, in her life, she was born and raised in Japan, but apparently she had an American father and a Japanese mother, and thanks to that, she was bullied for being different within her school. And she grew up throughout her entire life basically being bullied. Cold, harsh facts, it's not a good situation. Bullying is not okay, and obviously she went through an upbringing where she was bullied heavily in school. So she basically eventually decided to turn to the online community and use like her own ability to have like to speak in English to a degree to be able to become a VTuber. Use that skill, so to speak, a multi-language. And so she became a VTuber, and obviously a lot of people accepted her with open arms. They accepted her for, just being really loving, bubbly, and like someone that brings joy to someone that watches her content. She was just someone that really brought a lot of people happiness. And she was happy that so many people accepted her. And it was probably one of the very few times maybe in her life that she had a community welcome her with open arms. And so she enjoyed what she was doing. And basically, this very time she finally opens up and she's enjoying what she's doing, she gets harassed. Now, I'm not saying it's the community that welcomed her with open arms. It's just, obviously, there's always going to be people that want to be haters or whatever, but they started to harass her for even wanting to play Hogwarts Legacy. You don't necessarily need to be like a rocket scientist to kind of know what happened. For instance, like, she was harassed so much, she went radio silent for a full month, and then this whole graduation thing appeared. Now, there is some details to kind of cover. So basically, from what was said from some of her close friends and VTubers in the community, that this was something planned. Like, this is a brief clip here where it basically, this individual goes on like, to let us know that she was apparently going to graduate/retire eventually. And now, once again, I don't know what to say or what to believe, etc., because it's a very complicated situation. And if you want my opinion on the matter, they're not going to be straight up open about why she potentially is graduating now. No company's going to want that backlash and all of that. That's the truth. Even if, hypothetically, she was going to be graduating, which I can believe that if this is her close friends talking about it, there's no way someone would basically go on break, come back to want to have this nice comeback stream and play a game she's wanting to play, and then go radio silent thanks to that harassment, and then just come back and say, I'm going to graduate. We could say whatever we want, but yeah, you could see kind of how this all lays out on the table. Once again, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to kind of see where this is all coming together. Even if she did want to graduate and retire, I highly doubt it was this soon, if you want my 2 cents on the matter. But anyways, let's get into a little bit more of the topic, though. Basically, this was an official statement by the VOMs, which is basically like the studio or whatever she was working with, Pikami was working with. And in this little thing right here, it says, "We sincerely apologize for this sudden announcement." Basically, them apologizing that this kind of came out of nowhere last minute, that they're announcing that she's graduating. And obviously, this can be wording, whatever, but a lot of people are taking this as that, once again, this wasn't really planned. She didn't really want to graduate, but thanks to the situation, she probably just wanted to be done. Whatever way we want to spin this, the big thing about this is that needs to be talked about, is that a content creator was legitimately bullied to the point to where, like, she went radio silent, and she's now gone. And even if the full truth of the matter is that it wasn't that reason, like she was going to graduate to begin with. Let's just say she was going to graduate at the end of this month, of March and be done with VTubing. It does not change the fact the way people view this situation is that she was literally bullied to such an extreme point that she just stopped being online. And a lot of people that basically are internet trolls, terminally online, so to speak, look at this as in their own way, because they're so toxic, that this is a win for them. And this is going to give them more incentive to continue to do this to other content creators on the platform because of how nasty it is, but how effective apparently it was, at least in their eyes. It is honestly just sickening and sad. Because the thing is a lot of people that probably harassed her wasn't even a part of the whole trans community. I'm willing to put money on it. A lot of them probably weren't. It was just probably internet trolls that are terminally online just wanting to start stuff. And just wanting to cause problems. Because that's just the internet. But because of that, we lost someone, even to an extent. It definitely could be a slight cause to it, even if it fully isn't the reason why this graduation is at least happening the way it is. So overall, my personal opinion on the situation, it's just sad. I hope that her future, whatever she decides to do, I hope she has happiness. That is my true, honest feelings and thoughts on the situation. I do hope that whatever endeavor she tries to go into next, either if it is VTubing again or something else, I do wish her true happiness. Because it is sad to see a content creator basically stepping down, at least the way it appears, stepping down thanks to harassment, even if it isn't the full story to it. But, once again, that's just my personal take on the matter. So, I just feel like this sets a very bad example for all content creators, because once again, this puts those internet, terminally online individuals as if this is a win. That's what it looks like. That's what they view it as. And I don't think that's good. But we all should respect Pikamee's decision. That is definitely something we should all basically agree on. Is that she is someone that, regardless of everything, she's the one that made this decision. And we should respect her decision on the matter. That is something very important we should definitely do. We can be sad about it, but let's also be happy that maybe she can go on to bigger and greater heights. So let's view it like that. So, I guess I'll wrap up the video here. Sorry this isn't, like, fully anime related or anything, but it's a fellow content creator, and I felt, as someone that is a content creator as well on the platform, it was only right to really kind of talk about this. I really wanted just to talk about the situation because I felt it was honestly very important. So, thank you so much once again. Sorry for this not being, like, typically anime manga related, but I wanted to talk about it. So, be safe, stay healthy, everyone. Chibi out.